Welcome to the channel all about the blues harmonica, so if you haven't already, thumbs up and subscribe. Today with the blues harmonica I'm going to talk about a couple of things. How much to push through the harmonica to get ahead. You know, do you push hard or do you push tentatively through it and make harmonicas last and all the rest of it, and to facilitate yourself. And also why some of us play in all keys. Now you should do on any instrument play in all keys, particularly if you're an improviser. Now even in blues, perhaps when you're not going to utilise all the 12 positions on the harmonica, you should still strive to do that. Outside the jazzy guys on this, I don't see anybody doing it. And as a blues player you should. And there's a fundamental reason for it. As I said on my last video, and you can go back and listen to that one, I explain what constitutes, in my view, and what professionals see, or good professionals see, as what constitutes a good player. Alright? But I'll allude to it here, but it's the endless melody line and the movement of how you're improvising. Now, in order to do that most naturally, you have to play in all keys, or be on the way to doing that. Alright? Even though you might not play in certain of those keys. That doesn't matter. It's the process. It's the way I coach, it's the process to doing that which creates the creativity. You get some players that, oh yeah, I'll play in this position because this creates this lick, but they won't play that lick in another position. Now I get that on here because obviously in some positions are more difficult, not a word difficult, but a different challenge to get that particular phrase than another, and you can spin round some keys a lot faster than others. That's just the nature of the instrument. However, it's so important to have an understanding of playing in all keys. Now, here's the idea I would go behind this. Two things I'm going to give you today. The first thing is about pushing hard. Oh, I'll do that as a second thing actually. The first thing I'll talk about is playing in all keys. Even if you've only been playing a year or less than a year, or maybe more, you might have been playing 20 years, you can't play in all keys. Why? Why? That's the question, isn't it? Okay? Right, so here we go. Most of you, hopefully you've got to this stage where you can play second position blues scale through the octaves. Okay? So you can do that, and you can do it perhaps in third and hopefully in first. Now, what I suggest you do, and you should incorporate this. It's not whatever I'm going to show you now, don't ever see it as an exercise. You can use it as a musical exercise, you can use that word, I guess. Don't ever use that word practice, because if you don't enjoy what you're doing and you're using it as a chore or just a system to get from one thing to another, then you know, forget that. Okay, so just listen to this. Or this. All right. Okay, etc. So what I'm doing there, that's in your second position. I'm playing the root to the flattened third and back, alright? But then I'm moving a half step away, either above it or below it, alright? Not trying to play the whole thing at this stage, no. We're just going away. Now if you do that within the confines of the harp, if you can't do overdraws that I'm using, or don't worry about that. If you do it one at a time, I think on that one, you'd only need, I think, a 4 overblow or a 1 overblow to do the whole thing. You can get away with just bends on that, okay? On that particular bit, I think. Might be wrong because I just do it, but I think I'm right there, okay? And that's a start, alright? That's your tip. That's where you start from. So when you're working out on your axe, on your harp, okay, just bring that in, minute or two every time you do it, okay. And then I have a technique to develop that and to work from that into fun things, but that's for a proper lesson. Alright, the other thing, tip I'll give you today is, should you push on this thing? Yes, of course you should push. You should push hard. In order to understand dynamics and how much you're going to give a harmonica and how much things are going to last. Don't be tentative with this. You will push too hard at times, but you'll understand that by doing it. Alright? You've got to... Alright, that's same harp, same make, honors, just switch to a marine band, same thing. Moved into 12th there, I think I moved into a couple of other positions, just messing about. But you see how, because the object is, and I try and explain this to students who don't do it naturally, is how to free up from doing an exercise, because every exercise you do has to be screwed around with, even when you're working on an exercise. I suggest this to people all the time, because without doing that, you'll never become a natural improviser. So you have to incorporate that within a discipline. It's almost a contradiction in terms. But that's what a good coach is for, to oversee it, see what you're up to. And that's the key to it, I think. Alright, so there's a few tips for today. Don't forget, thumbs up and subscribe, and get playing the blues harp, have some fun. As always, I'll catch you on the rebound.